Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stewart Dresner, founder and chief executive of Privacy Laws and Business, and the person who puts the conference together. Welcome to this, our 28th annual international conference, the world's longest-running independent privacy conference, where we've attracted people from 21 countries to what we call the privacy world's top table. The picture captures the three elements which make this conference memorable, the one people like to come back to. The conference content, represented by the diagram. This year, privacy in a connected world. Bottom left, the informal discussions between various people. All the people who meet here mix very well in a very congenial environment. On the right, Valerie Taylor, one of our consultants, and on the left, Helena Witten, partner at Brown Jacobson, will be giving a presentation later today on consensual tracking of cars for insurance purposes. The punting picture represents the informal social events throughout the conference. These flatboats also provide us with a metaphor for showing that we all need to maintain a balance between competing pressures. On one side, our business objectives, and on the other, regulatory demands, and the need to be alert to what we might discover just around the corner. So back to the themes now of this conference. I attended we've got the Internet of Things, of course, Connected World. I attended the Association of Data Protection Officers Conference in April in Milan, and then the following month, the ISMS conference in May in Madrid. At the Milan conference, there was a good statement I thought was worth sharing with you. It was given by Stefano Cappato, a data protection officer for the Swiss-based Adecco Group. He'd taken a rather progressive view and said, quote, "Privacy should be a value, not a burden." The latter conference was focused much more on data security and produced some alarming statements about data security. One from Laurent Esleu, Chief Security Strategist for Symantec. He said there are two categories of companies, those who have been attacked and those who don't know they've been attacked. It's quite alarming if you think about that. And to provide an insight into the scale of a challenge we face in our efforts to address privacy in a connected world, his second memorable quotation is, "We should not be thinking of the Internet of Things, we should be thinking of the Internet of everything. So many things are becoming connected to the Internet." We can call some of these aspects of the connected world, but we could also call them tracking devices. The word smart means connected to your mobile device via the Internet. But there's always the risk, and there have been cases of criminals hacking into users' accounts and be able to make assumption of when your user are home. If you program your coffee pot to provide you with coffee, it suggests you're at home. And if you're not programming it for a few days, it suggests you're away. Smart body analyzer. Once again, we give the source. I'm not promoting them, just sharing some of these things with you. A smart body analyzer, this is the publicity. A smart body analyzer displays your weight, your body mass index, and fat mass, if you've got any, while giving you personalized coaching to reach your ideal weight, it says. Gives you a heart rate measurement, yes, indoor air quality monitoring, and daily weather. How does it do that? I don't know, no idea. But apparently it's easy to set up, and you can have 8 users on the same machine. So there's potentially, right there, 8 of your best friends would know everything about you. And then there's, of course, the risk of those who are not your best friends getting into it and finding out how you're progressing. There have been hacking campaigns involving these kind of consumer products, and I've got some information here on one from December 2013 involving more than 750,000 malicious email communications coming from 100,000 consumer products such as televisions, at least one fridge, can you imagine that? And used as a platform, they grab it like botnets and use those gadgets to launch attacks without you knowing. We could say that smart machines are really troubling on the one hand, but it's a bit of a difficult because the word smart has a positive meaning. We all want to be smart, but because the opposite of smart is unintelligent, and of course we always want to be smart or intelligent. But taken to extremes, we know that too much surveillance by a machine is regarded as creepy or disturbing. So if a law were proposed requiring everyone to carry an electronic tagging device, like people subject to house arrest, then everyone would be campaigning against it. So another way, half the population carry a smartphone. Indeed, nearly 9 out of 10 younger 16 to 24-year-olds have a smartphone, and most people love them. They are terrific for users and companies, because both benefit. So, but voluntary surveillance, we can call it. So in many ways, we now have a voluntary surveillance society, not so much sleepwalking into a surveillance society, more like running willingly into a surveillance society. Other themes, well, you've seen them in your program, spread of national privacy laws around the world today, how regulators are enforcing them in all these countries, and how to integrate privacy into corporate strategies. Tomorrow we have a feast, progress report on EU DP regulation. Note that's now the first session of the day, and various following sessions on particular details, such as legitimate interest and one-stop shop, got US-EU safe harbour, and so on. And then the last one is surveillance, always listening, is interest to both us as in our corporate personas and personally speaking. Wednesday, we've still got lots to go on Wednesday, research, big data, all these practical subjects.